Here we are again. Guess what day it is? I don't know. But it's budgeting day. You are watching the Rebel Budgeter. We budget and save and repeat. Well, we hope to save, but we mostly budget these days. So let us see what happened the last 2 weeks. So this would be the first 2 weeks of February, from the 1st to the 14th. Our payday was the 15th. So let us look and see if we had any changes. We did have changes and some overspending. So let's see if I can bring you down so that you can see what I see. First, friends, we must have some coffee, because coffee is certainly life. Thank you for that. Now, I will say that I did have a little bit of humanness over the last 2 weeks, right? So what happened? What had happened was I have been getting progressively more tired. Like, I would sleep, or I think I would sleep, and then I would just wake up so amazingly exhausted. Don't know why. It affects your brain if you don't get quality sleep. And I already have ADHD and OCD and all that other stuff, so that doesn't help. I also work with a lot of people that don't like common sense. They didn't grow up with common sense. Does that make sense? Which is fine. And I'm also spending a lot of time putting together an email marketing, a consistent stream of emails for my business for those who sign up to receive the emails about destinations and whatnot. This is for the destination challenged people. So let's get you some ideas, right, for where to go and what to do, and maybe kind of what your travel style is. So I've been working a lot on that. I also have been working a lot on a diamond, what they call a diamond painting, diamond art. I got my first one back in the beginning of January. I literally just finished it on Valentine's Day. And that is a super hyper focus where I can work on it just for hours, and I don't know how much time has passed. I mean, for days, I think I was working on it for like 5-6 hours. But I just, like, time slowed down. But anyway, so I've been increasingly exhausted, and it kind of came to a head last week when I was dealing with a coworker of mine, and suffice it to say, there was selfishness and childishness on my coworker's part. And I'm a fighter, right? I'm like, you do what's right? And if you're in a work situation and you need something in a specific area, but other people also need those things, you kind of bring those a bunch of those things over to the area where it's needed so everyone can take part. Um, that wasn't what was happening. And he's the type of person that would ask him something like, "Hey, can I use your printer because mine's not working?" And he'll just be like, "No," and go zoom off, right? And I'm like, what the actual is going on? Because you don't do that. You don't be like, you don't have someone, a coworker, ask you if they can use something because their equipment's broken, or hey, can I get one of these things that you have a stack of? You don't just, not answer and zoom away, or be like no and zoom away. I had enough. And he and I have had this conversation before about about it being an adult versus being acting like a child. Okay, say this: do not come for me, please, because I was in my 20s. A lot of people I work with at my day job are in their 20s. And I know because I was there and I thought it myself that I was hot stuff, right? I'm like, you're like new to be an adult. You're like, I have all this freedom. I can do whatever I want. Ha 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 ha. I'm hot stuff, right? Right? But then you get amongst people who could be your parents' age, right? Now we've been through all of that. So we know, we know the deal, man. Um so it's the trying not to parent a coworker, but if you're in your 20s and you're around a lot of people that could be your parents' age and who are more mature and have gone through life and have been where you are, um, kind of maybe be a little bit more respectful. But I know when I was in my 20s, I thought I was hot stuff, and I didn't want anyone to tell me anything, and I knew I knew everything in my 20s. Um, well, that's what a lot of people I work with, uh, that's their attitudes, right? I know everything. I'm hot stuff. Well, when I was in the middle of this with the male coworker, a female coworker decided to just get get in on it. I don't know how and I don't know why. She thought it was fine for her to yell at me and to throw curse words at me. And both of them were like, just go, just go, just go. You don't belong here. And like doing the arm switch, just go, just go. Right. So the guy was being selfish and childish. The girl had decided to yell at me, and I didn't raise my voice at either of them. I didn't throw curse words at any of them. I was just at the point where I couldn't deal with it anymore, right? I was so tired. I'm like, it was not safe to drive tired. I was so tired where the filter in my brain just it had evaporated. There's no filter, right? So I just couldn't. And to the girl, I'm like, yo, I am not raising my voice at you. Why are you yelling at me? And I am not cursing at you. So why are you cursing at me? And that's when she's like, just go. And she yelled some more obscenities. And I'm like, dude, your mother. Now she and her sister work with her mother in our department. her mother was literally standing a foot and a half away from where she was doing her thing. And I'm like, your literal mother is like right there. Like right there. And I'm like, I just can't. Whatever. So I walked away and I found one of our managers was walking down, and of course she's much younger, but she's a manager and whatever, and I'll do, you know, respect and all this other jazz. So I told her what was going on, and she's like, dude, you need that filter back. I'm like, I don't have it. It's gone. It's gone. I cannot. It's just gone. I cannot. And I told her, I said, look, I am so tired right now. I am not safe to drive. I am not safe to drive tired. Right? So we went on this conversation for I don't even know how long. And she's like, okay, cool. Well, I'll talk to our department manager and, you know, they'll get talking to you. Don't worry. I'm like, this is BS, man. We can't do this anymore. So I was getting ready to take my last break of the day. My daughter was there doing onboarding because she now works with us, but she works overnight. And my daughter was in the training room, and our HR person was there. So I told HR that I just had a blow up with these two people, and she's like, "You don't do this. You should probably go home." And I'm like, "Yeah, but I only have like an hour left." And you know, my daughter still has to do some stuff, and she's like, "She can come back. You this is not who you are. You know, you need to go home." So, luckily, the department manager was there. Just kind of showed up randomly, and she looked at me. She's like, "What's going on?" And the HR person is like, "She needs to go home." And she's like, "Okay, she can go home." So I went home an hour early. So my check this week is 3 hours short because I had. So that's the story. That's the whole story about me being tired and people I work with and blah, which leads to my paycheck being about 3 hours short. Because when I went home about an hour early, and for the last 2 weeks since I had been so freaking tired, I was waking up late. I was getting to work late, like late enough where I have 1.5 points, attendance points. They do the point system. I don't really know how it goes. I think it's really weird, and it is kind of a little childish. But I guess that's how they're going to keep track of I don't even know. But anyway, so I woke up late, had come into work, God, at least 15 minutes late, 3 days within the last 2 weeks. And I've always been coming in just about 6 to 9 minutes late, which is fine. We have a 9-minute grace period at the beginning of our shift and at the end of our shifts. So I had lost about 3 hours within those 2 weeks. So my paycheck is about 3 hours short. So there we go. Wow. That was a long story. And you can fast forward if you would like. I am still tired. I don't know why. Actually, I think I know why. I've also been off my ADHD medication. And I think that might be part of it. If it is, this really sucks. And I did put in a refill order for my ADHD medication last night. So we're just going to get through this. All right. So let us look over what changed. What changed during the last 2 weeks with the budget and what I now have to budget for and kind of what I overspent. So I don't know if you can see all the writing. You might be able to. I'll bring this up just a hair so we can see. Okay, so this is the oops factor. This is our payment amount changes versus our overspending. Now, I did have 3 payment amount changes, right? 2 I did not know about. 1 I've known about for several months, but I can never remember what it changed to. So, under our payment amount changes, our Squarespace, which is my business email, was $6 a month. It's now $7.20 a month. It went up $1.20. Renter's insurance was $11.12 a month. It went up to $18.61, and that is a difference of $7.49. I'm going to have to look at that policy to see why it went up. But that is a very big change in renter's insurance since I didn't make any changes to my policy. Now, Netflix months ago was $19.99 a month. I've been always budgeting $25 because I could never remember what it went up to. It went up to $22.99 for a difference of $3. Now, in total, what I paid out of my bank account was $48.80. And I didn't, was $48.80, right? Was what paid out. What I paid out prior to all these changes was $37.11. So that makes a difference of $11.69 that I didn't budget for these last 2 weeks when they were due. So now that I have correct numbers, we are now able, we're going to budget for these for the beginning of March in 2 weeks. Does that make sense? We're going to budget for the changes in 2 weeks because they're due in 2 weeks. Now, for overspending, I thought I had to spend, I went willy-nilly with my debit card. These last 2 weeks, I've been putting my wallet in my lunch bag. I don't know why. I think because it felt like I needed, I don't know, I needed stuff, but I don't even know. I spent money with my debit card. I shouldn't take my debit card with me because that account is really just for paying bills. It's not for well, I want something, so I'm going to buy it. I really shouldn't have anything that's, I want something, so I should buy it. Everything should be budgeted for, but clearly it was not. So for overspending, we went to Panera and we got a baguette because in the Walmart area, we were at Walmart and I decided to get fun food for us. So I spent one day $28.33. I spent $19.44 another day, $33.09 on another day. One night when I took Amelia to her old job at the pizza place, I decided I went to McDonald's to go to McDonald's. I have not had a McDonald's in forever, like literal, probably over a year or more. So I decided McDonald's sounds really good and their fries are always amazing. So hold on. I'm not sick anymore. I just have some phlegm that just wants to chill out in my throat. So I went to McDonald's. I got a double Big Mac and fries and a Diet Coke. Yeah. And then at Sal's on Amelia's last day at this is the pizza place, I got 2 slices and a drink, and I paid $3.50. And then within the last 2 days, I spent $13.59 and $9.18 at Walmart. At Walmart, my total spend for these 2 weeks was $103.63. Panera, my total spend was $3.83. McDonald's was $15, and at Sal's was $3.50 for a total overspend of a $125.96. Is that bad? Probably, but it's not. It is not as bad as some of my other overspends over, 6 months to a year ago, where I was overspending $200-300. So it's not great. It's not great, but I did it. It's fine. We're getting through it. That's all I can say. So we're gonna put the oops factor to the side, and now we're going to go over my paycheck. If you cannot see what I'm writing, and if you're on your computer or your phone, you can enlarge, zoom in on your screen so you can see a little bit better if you want to see what I'm writing down. Now, my paycheck, like I said, was short about 3 hours. So my paycheck for the 15th through the 28th, this is what we're budgeting, is $798.68. The balance I have left in my bank is $378.76. But remember, I had a $300 bill that didn't get paid in January. So this is getting paid along with what needs to be currently paid this week. So that's staying in my bank account, and we're going to not touch it, right? Because that is what we need to do. Now, I do have our highlighters ready, and I have our calendar ready. So let's get this sorted out. We'll take February and make our whatchamacallit go away. So I want to say on the budget for last budget, right? When Amelia was anticipating not being able to pay the full amount for house bills. She was able to pay the full amount for house bills. Yay! That's exciting. So essentially, the extra $125 that I put into the bank to cover what needed to be covered, because since it was short, it looks like I just spent it on overspending. That's all. All right, so here is our month spread. We are working from the 15th through the 28th. So I really have 9 days of things to budget for, right? Now, what's in the light blue, this blue, is the business stuff. Oh, hold on. I'll be right back. Wait, my light died. I just plugged it in. So let's just get to it. We need to budget. We're going to start with the must pay, right? So must pay is everything in green. So we're working from 15 through 28. Now, the last week of the month, I generally don't have anything that I need to budget. It's just like, it's all puffies through here. Does that make sense? It doesn't make sense. Puffy, what is puffy? Okay, now I do need a few sheets underneath this sheet, so we're going to set that one aside, and we're going to move this. I write, I turn my paper at an angle to write, because that's how I write, okay? That's how I write. All right, so we are actually here. Hulu should have come out already, but we're gonna add that in. So I don't have anything on the 16th that's green. On the 17th, I have one green, which is electric, right? So we're gonna do must, must pay, and this one is electric. And I'm budgeting for the full amount, even though Amelia's paid me her half, I'm still budgeting for the full amount. And that's 66. Now our next one is not coming until, is not coming until the 23rd, and that is internet. And that is 50. So I'm budgeting the full amount on these, even though Amelia paid me her half, because it's just easier to do it that way. So far for must pay, we have 2. So the 23rd, and now we have one more on the 24th, and that is our phone. This is AT&T, and it should be 131. So must pay always gets budgeted first. Our totals for our must pay is 66 plus 50, 131. It's 247. Whoopsie. Should be 247. That's fine. Now we have our, what comes next? Ooh, our credit card. Our credit cards come next. So we have 2. And this is where this comes in, is because a credit card wasn't paid, and that is that guy. Credit card is orange. And this is our consolidation. And that is 332. And next is the 19th, and that is TJ Maxx. We are under $200 for TJ Maxx already. All right, so that is the last of the credit cards. This should be 342. Right now we have our nice to have is purple. And I have the feeling we might be a little short on this one too. Our first nice to have was Hulu, and that is 6. and then Disney Plus. I'm going to put 19. I don't really know what's going on because it's attached to my PayPal account, and I get amounts taken out, and then I get refunds. So I don't really know what's happening. So we're just going to leave it at 19. So, and then I have storage. This is my storage unit, and it's 87. And then Discovery Plus was canceled. And that's all I have for nice to have until the end of the month. So I need, or it should be 6 plus 19 plus 87, 106. So let's see where we're at right now with what we need paid before we get into what I want to do for the business. So we have 247 plus 342 plus 106. We're at 695 minus 798 equals 103. So we have 103 left to budget, and this is what I want to do with business, because I think I need to add, I need to do all this. I am adding in one more productivity tool for my business, and that is $29 a month, I believe. And it's going to be an email marketing tool. I'm going to have to look at the price because it might be $39 a month. It's an email marketing tool. So we are going to add that. I believe we're going to go down to business. This is all the business stuff. Okay, so let's do this. I know this isn't going to leave me room for like groceries, which is fine. We've been going to the food pantry every week, and we're good. We're good. It's just tiny little things that I need to pick up. Other than that, we're good on food. I need to budget for Travify because I forgot, which is $39. I missed the payment. I didn't have enough room, even though I think I paid enough, but I didn't. So, that is what is happening. And I want to bring in payment for fees for my host agency, Adobe, which is 10. I want to see if I could do all this. 14. And then Google storage, Canva. Let's see what this is. 39. 39 plus 10 plus 10 plus 14. This equals 73. minus 103, it's 30. So if we do another, ooh, I left that open for some reason, sorry. I think it's 29. I'm going to have to look. Okay, so if I budget for the rest of my, if I budget for my business at the end of the month instead of the beginning of the month, I think I will be a lot better off. Squarespace, since I'm not paying it with the rest of my business stuff, it comes out of my debit card account because I can't switch it over to my credit card. So if I have, that's 30, so we have 103 minus 39 plus, let's do this again. 39, oh God, 103 minus 39 minus, 103 minus 39 minus 10 and 10 is 20 minus 14 minus 29 is $1 left over. So this should be 102 for business, and that will leave that budgets us, I mean, that gets us everything, right? So we have 247 plus, I'm going to move this over here and move that there, plus 342 plus 106 plus 102, 797. So 797 minus 798. How do I go back? No, the brain. Okay, 790, 247 plus 342 plus 106 plus 102 equals 797. So it leaves $1.61. So the total for this 2 weeks is $797. And I'm going to grab another color. We're going to do pink. $797 is what we're budgeting, and that pays all of our bills for the next 2 weeks. This amount is going on sorry, it was off camera. Our total we're budgeting is $797. Our balance was $798.61, and then I'm going to have this is bills, and then I'm going to put $1.61 into emergency funds. Let's do this salmon-y color. Oh, that's cute. Okay, so this is to e-fund to bills. Cool. We did it. Yeah. Okay, so now I have my bills. I have my bills budgeted now for the end of the month. So for the second paycheck in March, I should be able to budget this whole amount. Now my next paycheck is for everything on the 1st of the month, and that comes on the 29th of February. So I think we got it. Woo! Do I feel accomplished? Yes. Am I freaking scared? I have nothing left over. I have nothing left over, which is fine because everything that I need to get paid is paid. So I shouldn't have to worry about a thing. Food bank is there. We can get groceries weekly. I know how to cook and come up with recipes. I have a whole bunch of spices and whatnot. Yeah, if I need small amounts of things, then I'll figure out how to get them. Daughter might actually have to get them for me. I have enough gas in my car. The gas envelope and the tracker I was using to fill it is now empty, which is fine. We have plenty of gas, at least until the next time I get paid, if not for the time after that. So since I'm not running around doing extra work, side hustle with my car, then we're not using as much gas. And now since both Amelia and I work pretty close to where we work, we really don't use that much gas. So I think we're set. I think we're good. I have enough cat food for the cats. I went a little wild at the end of January and bought $88 in cat food. So, we should be good. I think that's it. So thank you so much for watching. If you have got this far, leave a $sign emoji. Could be US dollars, could be foreign currency $signs, totally fine. That just lets me know that you've gotten this far, gotten all the way to the end. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like. If you can see all the things that I've written, if you want to, if this inspires you to start budgeting, start getting a hold of your finance. If you're like me and you have ADHD and are a wild impulse spender, leave me a comment and, just leave me a comment. Say hi. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't yet subscribed and you would like to, just, hit that subscribe button. And if you want to know when I post another video, hit the notification bell. Always give me a little thumbs up. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.